Welcome to the Killer Comic Show. What's happening? How are we? All right?
Not bad, not bad. Living the dream. Excited for tonight?
No.
Chuck, no.
No.
Shit week.
No.
It's a terrible week. Thanks for asking, Charlie. Charlie, how's your week been?
Let me just fucking awful.
Yeah.
Sum it up. Just to sum it up. Today's been pretty shit as well. But you know what? If there was two people I wanted to cheer me up and lighten the mood, I'm still looking for them.
Yeah, you won't find them.
Won't find them here.
Anyway.
I'm only joking. It'll be you two, time and time again. But yeah, it's another Thursday. I am looking forward to this. So, but how we been? All right? Good? Not? Yeah.
Yeah. Read some good books this week.
Yeah.
Looking forward to talking about them in a bit, but there's a lot of decent stuff out at the moment.
There is.
To be a comic fan. Good time to be a comic fan.
I think I read about at least 10 comics last night. Like, I was in that mindset where I just settled down, had a drink, read some comics, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
TV's been good as well. I know it's in the chat there, Charlie, but last week we had the last episode of this season of Invincible, which was, Invincible was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Episode 5 of X-Men yet, so...
I was worried. Last week's episode of X-Men was caca, I thought, but this week, mint.
Now,
Yeah,
not that I would support the illegal streaming of any television or content, but I don't have the platform to be able to watch X-Men, so if anybody could wants to dive into my DMs and let me know how I can
Yeah, I'll sort you out.
peruse.
I got you. I got you, don't worry. That's,
I got you. He's like that with fire stick. Thumbs up his jacket.
Who wants, what size, shape, colour? What year? 2026?
Yeah.
I got it for you. That's so good. But yeah, I'll sort you out, don't worry about it. We'll drop me a DM. The chat is buzzing as always. We've got Ding Dong. Good evening, Chris Bell. Good evening, folks. I've just watched X-Men. He's crying. Jesus. It's on Disney, mate, but I'll only say it's a hell of a series. I don't have Disney. I think it's worth it for me, but all these platforms do get expensive. Do they?
Disney's just gone up as well. Disney's gone to 100 and odd quid. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Jesus, I'm on the Croydon tariff.
All right.
That's why it's been up. Because of people like you.
Yeah.
Good evening, fellows. Twitter, how are we doing, sir? Good evening. One good scare. This week's X-Men was amazing, Chris. Our Yuko demands treats, evening killers, and my eyes. I have to say, sorry, Yuko. Oh, my eyes. I'm looking forward to this one. It's the funny thing is the two comics that we're reviewing, when we picked them, when I picked them in the indie picks, I don't think my Cockney twang gave the best synopsis read possible. And I think Andy, for Rook, he's obviously one of the ones that were, you was like, no, I'm switched off, I'm done. And there was like Red Coat, and I think it was Geiger as well. But hopefully we read them. Hopefully we enjoyed them. We'll have to wait and see. But first things first.
Business end.
There we go. Killer. Covers. April 10th, which was New Comic Book Day yesterday. As you know by now, every single person in the chat and every single person that watches the replay, we pick our top 3 covers for the week, put them to a vote, and no one wins jack shit. But it's just a bit of fun. You know what? It just lightens the mood, or does it? If you're like me and hasn't won since 2019, doesn't lighten anything. But hey ho, we're here for another covers. Up first, we have.
Can I just bring up Chris Bell's comment?
Of course you can. Andy wins. Moving on. Okay.
Right, guys. Thanks. It's been a pleasure. Try to deal. Guys.
Hold on. Right. I said I'd make this public to get the full wrath of YouTube, so here goes. Beneath it, I'm going to save that one because
Save it. That's a beauty. Start that one.
Sneaky little Mao, you.
Yeah. Guys, Transformers issue number 7. Big time collectibles. Easy for me to say. This is the John Zhang Virgin variant, and there's been a few of these John Zhang variants. Some have been great, some have been okay. And obviously, John is a good friend of the show. But I love this. This is absolutely stunning. And if there was any character that you could imagine would suit that style of John's, I think this is the one that's probably nailed it. Absolutely love it. Love the colours. Love the use of the blue sort of highlights. It kind of gives that sort of movie-esque theme to it. Love it. Absolutely love it, guys. What do you think? Doesn't matter what you think. I've won. Let's go.
Go on, Peter.
It's great. It's another Prime cover. It's really nice. I like his style. I would like this in a foil, a sexy foil, with some metallic ink on it. I think it would look very, very cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love the colour work. Like you say, Andy, I think the blue background really, really does kind of make it pop. Yeah, it's a cool cover. Cool.
Do you know what? Like I think I picked this as one of the covers on FOC ages ago. Totally forgot it was coming out, and only realised it came out when Andy picked it. And you know when you have that moment, you're like, shit. That was it. That was it. This is a great cover. This is a great cover. And I think obviously John Jiang's got a very specific style. Like the way that he kind of does is like it makes it look 3D, and it's, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the way he's like got the glare and the metallic and stuff like that. I think it's awesome. So yeah, you cheeky bastard, you've got a nice little winner here, mate.
And that wasn't even the first pick this week. Literally 5 minutes after we finished last week's show, Mr. Triple G himself, right into the group chat, boom, here's my mind. And I went, oh, you know what? I better go have a look.
Yeah, but I couldn't do that one because it's for next week, couldn't I?
You'll fight with the indie comics that say it's coming out.
Peter, is this your first video? Come on.
But there we go. Look, sweet cover. What is it? Giant looks good when his subject is metallic. I think he means Jiang.
No, that's actually good. I was trying to think of what sort of characters, make use of that style, and it's definitely those sort of metallic-y.
Wayne has said with you on that comment from Von Hoop. We'll share that shortly. Prime's head looks squashed.
Doctor, come on.
Jiang is like.
At least to see a doctor.
Jiang is like Peach for me. I like about 1 in 3. Touche, DVH. I think it's a peach. So yeah, well done, mate. I've gone for this. Batman and Robin. Not even going to lie, this was the best of a bad bunch because Andy and Pete picked the best ones. I left this till the last minute. I actually really like this, right? Because I picked it in FOC, and I've picked it again because I Flatline. She's back. She appeared in Robin. I think it was like issue 12 or something. She was like there. Like Robin did the comic where it was like a Hunger Games-esque on Lazarus Island and had to fight to the death, and it was him and Flatline at the left. And she was
this
like,
a poor man's Harley Quinn?
Punchline's a poor man's Harley Quinn, isn't it?
Yeah.
So is this a
poor man's punchline?
Okay.
I had see when you showed me this cover, I had no idea who the cover was. I'm not reading the comic anymore.
Yeah.
Flatline.
And I like the fact that she's doing it with her finger and she's like the flatline.
Oh.
But yeah, so and I quite like Ijikura is very.
You've been watching Casualty, haven't you?
Oh my god, I thought Charlie died.
I know. Touch and go. Seeing Charlie, yeah.
After 27 years, he kind of left. I was like, oh, it's fine. It's all good. Anyway, moving on. Who wants to talk about this? I like it.
So I have no connection to the character is the first thing. So I wouldn't know who that is from Adam. I think it's very cool the way she's doing the kind of the with her finger. That looks cool. But I'm really sorry. Other than that, this is just is balls to tits. This is not. It's got nothing that would make us pick up the book, Charlie. I'm afraid to say. It's got some nice pink writing on it. I like the use of the pink lighting on her thigh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it.
Cheers.
Are you still feeling down, Charlie, or have I managed to lift your spirits there, mate?
It's ironic because I think I just flatlined.
Yes. Charlie, this isn't one of your greatest picks. It reminds me of the cover of remember Old Lady Harley?
Yeah.
It was the cover, and she's sort of standing with that. That's what it reminds me of. I do like the elements of the pink colour in it and the use of the B flatline symbol. That's quite good.
Spoiler. So you said it looks like old Lady Harley. So they fought on Lazarus Island, and this flatline was originally killed, and then she came back as Harley Quinn's daughter.
Oh, right.
I'm totally
okay.
joking. I'm pulling your leg. I'm trying to fucking make my cover sound better. It doesn't.
I was going to say it doesn't improve the quality of this cover, so
No.
we probably should move on to Peter's.
There we go. All right. So I really like Flatline. That's cool. Flatline is a great character. Looks so old. Says
Yeah.
dead man. Says the dead man. It looks so old. Thank you, sir. I like the colours. That's it. It's not a classic.
Are you
cover,
just
mind
going to
you.
read word for word and a monotone everybody's?
Yes. Every single comment. The mood I'm in. Every single.
That's it.
comment.
Full stop.
No, no,
Exclamation mark.
It's cool, but nothing to shout about. There we go. Right. So, okay, moving on. Oh,
Ooh,
my
come
eyes.
on, come on. A bit of sexy Wolverine looking action. I love that classic Sabretooth costume. This is an interconnecting cover. So the other side obviously has got Sabretooth's fierce pointing, looking at Logan. I just think it's really nice. I like the use of the blues. I like that feral look on Wolverine's face. And a bit of blood splatter on the cover there. So yeah, this is my pick. It was my second choice, I have to say, but yeah, I think this is pretty cool.
I'm honestly not sure how I feel about it. Wolverine's head just looks really weird. I honestly think it would be better if they didn't have his head in it and it was just Wolverine and Sabretooth fighting.
What do you mean his head looks weird?
Look at it, it just looks out of proportion for me.
For a man who thinks he's a. Well,
Why not? Yeah, of course.
Charlie, you're breaking my heart.
I think I can honestly say I don't think it was a good week for covers this week.
No, it wasn't.
If I'm honest.
I think until you sort of. You said this was like a wraparound cover, didn't you, Peter?
Yeah. Interconnecting, I think.
Oh, right, okay. So, like, it's obviously a homage to the
Yeah.
classic Sabretooth and Wolverine cover.
Yeah.
It feels to me as if it's like three separate images that have been sort of photoshopped together.
Yeah.
And I think if he'd have just chosen one, it'd have probably been a lot better cover. And he's clearly forgot about the background. It's like a complete afterthought. But I do like it because it's a homage to one of my favourite X-Men covers. Then I'm going to give it kudos. So well done, Peter.
It's no ephelentosis.
Look, nothing is. That should just win every week.
He does have some chin, and his chin
Thanks,
starts on
Chris.
this one, ends on the other issue.
It's a bit of a Bruce Forsyth chin, isn't it? That kind of see.
Jesus, who was that? Was that Bruce Forsyth's brother?
Yeah. Bill Forsyth. Yeah.
Bill Forsyth. Here we go. But yeah, that's that. So we've got Wolverine 47, we've got Batman and Robin, and we have Transformers issue number 7. The vote is now live over in the chat on YouTube, so place your votes. It's probably going to be a landslide, but hey ho, we never know. So the comics that got chosen, they didn't get chosen, we chose them because I forgot to put the vote up last week, basically, is Rook Exodus issue number 1 and Geiger issue number 1. I've been looking forward to these, so I'm glad that we managed to get to read them. Week 14, which was obviously last week. So these are both written by Geoff Johns, and the art on Exodus issue number 1 is Jason Faber. Main cover is Jason Faber. Cover B is the Ivan Reis variant cover, the 1 in 100 Jason Faber variant cover, and then we've got the 1 in 500 Jason Faber black and white virgin variant. I was interested in this because Ghost Machine seems to be similarly put together like Distillery is. They've got their own like writers, they've got artists, they've created this whole like ethos of we're going to create the comics for you, you get to read them and stuff like that. So there's pretty similar artists and writers doing these character covers and everything like that. But I really enjoyed this. I read this last week when it came out, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I've read it again. So I'm glad that we get to review this. I've never read a Ghost Machine comic run before. I'm not familiar with it. I'm not familiar with like Geiger when it first came out and stuff like that. So I was interested to get my teeth into this. This was awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think obviously it's going to kind of all tie together. So obviously Rook's going to kind of meet Geiger, and then Geiger's going to meet Redcoat, and they're all going to kind of tie in. It's pretty similar to like the Energon universe, where they're all going to like mix and amalgamate and stuff. I just thought it was a really strong issue number one. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's great. Jason Fabek is the one that done the Three Jokers comic book. So I've liked his artwork. I've really enjoyed it. Geoff Johns. Haven't really read much of his stuff, but if this is anything to go by, I'm looking forward to reading more. I think Image again are just smashing the comics out that are really enjoyable and kind of know their market that they're going for.
I can't comment on Geoff Jones's more recent stuff, but certainly he's pre-52, Green Lantern, Justice Society of America, and Flash are some of the best books I've ever read. I absolutely loved them. They were amazing. Just before I say what I thought of this, did any of you guys read the other book aligned with this, the Red Coat one?
I started it and then got sidetracked, but I will be going back to it.
Red Coat, yes, I did read that.
I thought it was okay. I think it was the weaker of the three in my view, but I thought it was still pretty decent. I absolutely loved everything about this book. I loved the world building. I loved the kind of the mythology behind it. Like you, Charlie, I've read nothing of this universe, so this was fresh to me. I thought the artwork was stunning. I absolutely loved the kind of the mechanics of the powers, as it were. So them each having a different kind of helmet that had a different, and that kind of makes sense. Do you know what I mean? In some regards, so I really liked that. I thought it had good pace and great action. Yeah, I loved it. I'm all in for this one. I'll definitely be picking this up.
Okay, Rook isn't in the same universe as Redcoat or Geiger. Okay.
Oh, right. I thought it was all linked.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because
that's kind of disappointing, to be honest.
Yeah. Ah, okay. And Redcoat was an awesome read as well. Yeah, I've heard that as well, so I'm looking forward to that. Andy?
Give me a movie of this as quickly as possible. The premise was fantastic. The fact, I was just, like, spoiler alert, but I was just waiting for the bit where the guy with the bear head, because we kept seeing bears, it was sort of, that it was giving that little hint that you were going to get something like that. You obviously have the guy Rook, who can interlink with the Rooks and all those crows and stuff like that, and it gave you a little bit of insight into the last couple of pages as to what other masks are going to be there. And you can just see where it makes so much sense, because this has got everything ready for volume 2, 3, and 4, where you basically just got all the animals that you can think of and everybody with a mask. I thought the artwork was superb for this. I picked the first page there. I just thought that was a great page. It was kind of, it gave me Batman feel. And I thought I
got Fallout vibes from this. Fallout again. I got like total vibes like that. I thought it was I just loved it. Von Hooter said, nope, the ones with the black and white checkerboard are the ones in the same unnamed war universe. That's interesting. I didn't know that. On the cover, I mean. Okay.
I mean, in which case, I hear what you're saying, Von Hooter, but I would say that this is pretty poor marketing then, because I thought the whole point of this was it was all launching at the same time and it was all interconnected, and, they've made a big point of some of the covers all kind of link in and things like that. So it's a bit of a disappointment, that.
Is it no something to do with, like, they're all part of the unnamed, the like... I don't know, because the Red Coat one, I think it was the Red Coat series that actually showed you the different sort of timeline in one of the pages, so that's why I thought it was all sort of interconnected. But just going back to the artwork, I love the colours in this. Some of the pages were absolutely stunning, especially set in that sort of dystopian future. The page on the right, I thought, was a really good example of that. But yeah, this was fantastic, and I knew that obviously we kind of picked these two books, but I was sort of pushing to go for these books just based on what Von Hoot had said, because I think he'd said in one of the chats that it was excellent last week. So fair play. Top.
No, I thought it was wicked. I thought the action scenes was good, especially like when he fights the bear and then he gets in like a tear up and a scuffle with him. I just thought it was really enjoyable, and it was one of them comics I was like, I haven't heard much about it, but I now want to read more about it, and I kind of want to go back and buy the trade paperback of Geiger, so I understand about him, because that was quite an emotional comic, which we'll get onto. But
can I just ask the experts in the chat then, is this the first kind of Rook outing, or have we had something else in this particular kind of Rook series before? I don't think we have.
First, as far as I'm aware.
Okay. Just not Rook then. There's a separate horror universe, Hyde Street.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
That's out in October, isn't it, Kevin? Okay, cool. Apparently there was supposed to be a TV series in the works, so they said back in 2022 for Rook. Oh, for Geiger. For Geiger.
Yeah,
Okay,
for
cool.
Geiger, yeah, it's been auctioned for ages, yeah.
I know this is obviously going to be ongoing, but I'm all for this, man.
Yeah, me too.
There's some like really, really good covers as well. Like that 1 in 500 is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
No, that's wicked.
I'd love to get the original art for some of the pages, because I think they like just lifting and having the B-syncs, I think would be superb. But let me flip it on its head. What if we got like an arc 2 where all the animals have human masks of various characters, and they have the human traits? That would be cool.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
See you guys. Oh wait.
But yeah, I think it was a great read. Awesome. I like the mask and stuff like that. I kind of like the how he controls the crows and everything like that, which is pretty interesting. So yeah.
What animal, if you could like stick its mask on and you know have powers with it, what animal would you choose?
I'd be a beaver.
Right.
Nice beaver.
Any reason why? Actually, who cares? Peter.
Filth, absolutely.
Because I wouldn't give a damn.
Yeah.
That's a bizarre question, Andy. I don't know.
Thank you.
What kind of animal would I? Probably a mighty stag. How fucking dare you? A mighty stag, and then I could like ride it to work. Do you know what I mean? That would be cool.
Right.
That's a boring answer. I was going to say something about dogs licking bollocks, but then I thought, well, no, because I'd be controlling a dog to lick me bollocks, which would be wrong. I can just use peanut butter for that. Do you know what I mean? I don't need a mask to do that.
This was such an innocent question that I asked, and it's yeah.
Hold on. You know the show, and you've asked an open-ended question.
I'd have been happy with the answer sloth. That's all you needed to say.
What would you be, Andy? What would you be?
A unicorn?
A unicorn. Why would you be a unicorn?
Why not? Like Scottish unicorn, it's the national animal of Scotland.
Right, when we go thought bubble, you are now dressing up as a Scottish unicorn.
Mate, whatever, floats your boat.
That.
I thought the Oomie bird was the national animal of Scotland.
Von him out.
The Oomie bird.
The Oomie bird?
Yeah, you not heard of the Oomie bird? It's a big bird with big bollocks, but it's got small legs, so every time it comes into land, it goes Oomie goolies. Not heard of that one? But like the winky wanky bird, when it winks, it wanks, and when it wanks, it winks.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I was about to Google that.
Were you really?
I was literally going, oh really? Right, okay.
Oh wow! I watched an interview where they said on a separate, it could be wrong, that's Geiger in 2025. So yeah, Oomie birds, beavers, and Scottish unicorns, we're going to be moving swiftly. Anyone in the chat, tell us what face of an animal you would like and what power you would like. This would be engaging. Moving on to Geiger, issue number 1. Geoff Johns, Gary Frank. 3 covers this week. We've got main cover Gary Frank, cover B, Ivan Reese, again, who did the cover B for Rook, and then we have the blank cover. Who wants to take this one away? Andy, I believe you've read Geiger before, have you not?
So I read probably like first 2 or 3 issues, and I think I dropped off it. I think there was lots of talk of it being optioned even before it was released. And I got the first issue, and then everybody was selling the first issue for like 30, 40 quid on eBay. And it just kind of put me off a little bit, so I didn't give it the care and attention that it probably deserved. So I was kind of getting into this one a little bit going, I kind of have an idea of what the character's about and what the backstory's like, but what else could they do? Are they just bringing this out for the sake of it? But I was completely and utterly wrong. I thought this was great. It was fantastic. And if there's been a book that's come out in a second sort of arc, as it were, that would make you go back and revisit the first one, it's this. You even just have to look at, the top 10 on cover price. The original issue 1s and 2s are going up in price. This kind of follows your guy Geiger, who is a kind of a like glowing man, and he's got this sort of unpredictability about him, which I love. Throughout you can't really tell what he's thinking or what he's going to do next. And And I don't think I got introduced in the first couple of issues of the first arc to his two-headed dog, or wolf, I should say, Barney, which I just thought was I want those as like an action figure set. I want Geiger and Barney.
Can you get them?
I
That'd be
don't
great.
know. I
Not
need to
seen
have a
it.
look on eBay, but I really want it if it is available. But yeah, no, I love the premise of this story. I thought it would complemented the first couple of issues of the first series that I'd read. And I think Geiger is such a strong character that this is set up really nicely, and he's sort of building up that world now where he's got his little sort of helper and his accomplice to come and sort him out, and it's kind of going to be like him looking after this guy to a certain extent. So it'll be interesting to see what issue 2 brings. What do you boys think?
Peter?
I, again, absolutely loved this. Again, my first introduction to the character. I thought it was brilliant. The artwork for me was stunning. I liked the way he can kind of switch on and off the radioactive stuff, I think. I loved his Night 6 Billy Clubs, I guess you'd call them, as being the kind of the plutonium rods. I thought that was really interesting. I just thought it was just again another fun issue, and you're absolutely right, Andy. This has made me want to go back and read the previous series. That said, mind, I don't think I suffered for having not read them. I got the story pretty quickly. Do you know what I mean? I understood what was happening, which is a sign of a great writer. You know that this is a volume 2 or 3 or whatever, and I didn't feel lost by it. Yeah, no, I mean, again, this is two comics that I'm definitely going to be reading on going from now, and probably go back and read some of the earlier stuff as well. So yeah, loved it.
I just thought it was. I read this one first, so I read this one before Rook, even though I was more interested in that. And I kind of did a bit of homework. I kind of went back and read the premise of what Geiger was about and stuff like that. But I thought this was a really heartfelt issue because there's certain aspects on it, especially on the panel on the left-hand side. The image on the top right is obviously of his child. So when he's trying to free the other child, he's kind of having flashbacks of his child, and it's like, Dad, don't leave. That, for me, I was kind of like, well, how has this played out? So again, it's kind of made me want to go back and read the first arc, because obviously this is a new arc, it's a new Ghost Machine, it's a new series and everything like that. And I think what Geoff Johns has done really well is that you don't have to know previously what's happened. You can kind of jump into this. It's a new story, it's a new arc and everything. But it's intelligent what he's done, because I now want to go back, and there's probably readers out there that want to go back and think, I want to know how he became this. I want to know why he's now on his own, what happened to his family, why he's now roaming and stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to like it. I mean, last year or the year before, when Geiger was still ongoing, I was looking at it thinking, this isn't something I'd enjoy.
Nobody was really shouting about it either, to be fair.
I think they were for the first few issues, weren't they? And then people got excited, like you say, and then it just disappeared.
And it did run for like a good few issues. Probably somebody in the chat will be able to confirm. It gave me vibes. The character gave me vibes of like Daredevil. Because he's like sticks. It was kind of a set in a Star Wars world to a certain extent.
Kind of getting Nightwing.
Nightwing as well. 100%.
But I mean, the chat has been saying there is so Von Hoover said there's no toys yet. Deadman has said, I saw someone on Facebook had made a Barney with a 3D printer. Looked really good. That looks awesome. Fuzzy, welcome, sir. None of my Ghost Machine books have arrived yet, but looking forward to them all. And I've bought the first arc of Geiger to read too. I think I'm going to do the same. I'm going to be doing the same. My only worry is Geoff Johns writing all 3 at the same time. He tried this before and had big delays at points. Okay, well, we're still writing. We're still waiting for Batman Gargoyle of Gotham, which first came out in 2021, didn't it? There's stuff in Geiger Ground 0, 1 and 2 that definitely I'd check out. And then I would definitely buy Ghost Machine toys. So yeah, this is only 6 issues. Okay, so this is ongoing. Okay, cool. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. Junkyard Joe. Yeah, Junkyard Joe is another one that people have said to jump on. I think it was at the end of this book or at the end of Rook, where it's kind of got, if you're reading this, you'll enjoy this. Junkyard Joe looks pretty good. But this for me was wicked. I definitely get Daredevil vibes. I kind of definitely get like Star Wars vibes.
Mad Max.
Yeah, Mad Max. Yeah. He's a badass. Like I think one of the rebels jumps out straight away and just headbutts the mayor, breaks his nose straight away, and I was like, right, this has set the tone. Here we go. No holes barred. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm glad we got to go with these two comics, because I think out of the ones that we was going to pick, these two were definitely the strongest.
Yeah,
I read the
yeah.
other two. Deadpool was okay, and that I think it was the other comic from Image wasn't all that. But yeah, I'm glad we got a chance to review these. So thanks to Von Hoop for kind of pushing Andy to push us.
And we're only, the thing is we're only like 4 months into the year. I think it's been such a great quarter for comics. 2024, it's been absolutely superb. I think it's certainly been the best for at least the last couple of years. And I think from my perspective, it's just given me that passion back to actually read as much as I can, because I stopped doing it. I don't know why, but the books here are fantastic, and I've said it before, I rely a lot on the guys in the chat to recommend things and stuff.
Massively.
Yeah.
The trade is a £5 on Amazon for Geiger. There we go. Why not? There we go. Couldn't agree more, Von Hoot. Yeah, he said, let's get it all awesome. So yeah, massive comic, quality comic. It's going to be big. Looking forward to reading this. Redcoat, we should have just reviewed that as well. We should have just waited till 3 on, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
So sorry, Geoff. So sorry, sir, but hey ho, shit happens. Put your red coat on and go for a sail. Why not? Bish bash bosh. Right. Up next. That was my English. Oh, there we go. Indie picks for April 17th. This is interesting. There's some bangers out this week. Taking it away first is something epic. So I am massively enjoying this again. I picked up the trade paperback last week. That's the first 7. Is it the first 7 issues? I think it's either the first 7 or
7. I think.
I want to say 7 or 8 issues. It's fucking awesome. Like, literally, I think Simon Kudronsky is one of my favourite writers and artists of the last 2 years.
Yeah.
He's absolutely amazing. I just love what he does. You can tell how much passion and thought and love has gone into what he's doing. And I think, Andy, we said it before, instead of him having to approach Image and other publishers now, I think with his one-man art, people are knocking down the door saying, oh, do you want to work on this? Do you want to work on that? And I mean, it might not be happening, but what an amazing luxury if it is, because it's so ironic that what he's created here is something epic. It's bloody awesome from start to finish on every single page. I'm left wanting more, and I have the luxury of reading the trade paper where I can just continue.
Boys, I have a confession. I haven't read something epic since issue 5.
Mate, you're honestly missing out. I dropped off. I think I dropped off at issue 4, and it was only when Peter was like, "I'm still reading it." I was like, "Do you know what? I'm going to give it a go," and I'm so glad I jumped back on.
Not because like through choice that I didn't like it or anything like that, but I think I've just got to a point when I've heard a few people saying that because it's such a wordy book, you can't just it's not a quick 26 pages and just reading through it. So I think I want to just get the trade, sit back, and consume it all at one time, and then go into the second arc. I don't think I could go through issue by issue, like read one issue, then read another comic, because I think this just needs your full attention. So that's my plan.
Perfect. But this one says, Noah and her new investigating partner scour the lands of the ancient gods in search of clues in a new case. 32 pages of pure story and fantastic art. I think that's enough. That is enough, isn't it, Peter?
I'm all over this. This is an amazing series. The artwork is phenomenal. I've said it multiple times. I'm sick of saying it. I want this in a large-scale hardback book, like an absolute edition, where you can really drink in that art, because it's stunning. I see Von Hoot saying in the comments, and I've heard lots of people say, "Oh, it's got too many words and stuff like that." And I guess everybody's got a different reading style, a different all the rest of it. For me, that makes us feel like I'm getting value for money. If we look back at some of the Transformers books, as epic as they are, I was finished them in like under 5 minutes because I'm just flipping the page. This actually connected with us emotionally. I enjoyed the story. It felt like a epic book to read. I love this. Love it.
It was the same with Blood Commandment. Sorry, Andy, mate. Sorry, I'm so sorry to carry on with it. It was the same with Blood Commandment. I can see where Von Hoot's coming from, because I think Simon put so many words into like the small speech bubbles to use the paper that it's written on. And so sometimes, you can be reading it, and where it's quite small, you do have to focus. But then what I've noticed is when I'm focusing on that, because I'm hyper focusing so much, I notice other stuff that I didn't notice before. And I think Simon's especially in this, you'll notice something in the background. like reading like the first chapter again, you notice with the vampire and the cat. In one of the pages, you don't even notice that they're there because they're in the background. But then when you watch it, you see it again, and I think it's very smart how he's done it. I totally agree that some of the words you can be like, oh my god, I just want to sit down and read it, but it's worth it in the end.
I think for me, sorry, Andy. I think for me, it's. I've said it before. There are times when I'm reading comics where I'll sit down with a cup of coffee or whatever, and I'll kind of quickly flick through a comic and I'll read it, and it doesn't have any. I've read it, but it doesn't have any emotional impact. You know what I mean? But I read it quite quickly. That's not what you do with this book. This is a book where you have to sit down quietly and invest. Right, for half an hour, I'm just involved in this book. I'm not checking my phone or watching the TV or anything like that. And I got a lot more from it when I did it that way. But again, going back to something Andy said, I think for me, this is another one of those books that I think will be a more enjoyable read in a trade paperback sitting rather than a monthly pickup. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want an absolute edition, and I want Simon to call it absolutely epic.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say, guys. Fucking hell.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, mate,
It was worth waiting for. It was worth waiting for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can tell.
Chris Bell, I'm starting to feel too daunted to even start this now, and I know it's only a couple of issues into this arc. Could be a trade for me eventually. I literally, if I hadn't picked up the trade, I think I would have fallen off it. I don't think I would have continued it. So I'm glad I picked it up because it's there now, and I'm like, well, I've just spent 15, 20 quid on this. I'm going to read it. But it's definitely good. Kevin, is this the one with the duck? This new arc is the one with the duck. It's Howard the Duck, basically. But yeah. There we go. Right. So then moving on. Andy. Oh, no, Peter, sorry.
Me. Now. I haven't read a Turtles comic for a long time, apart from The Last Ronin. But this is the end of this particular run on IDW. This is issue 150. After this, it gets handed over to Jason Aaron. So that's going to be a big change. So this is kind of pulling together the last 150 issues worth, I suppose. So I've put this on the list purely because it's a book that I think I want to pick up just because I know it's a significant kind of end point for a series. And also, I have to say, I really like what they've done with that cover, with the kind of the water showing the different colours of the bandanas, you know? I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, picking this up purely because it's the end of the run, and I'm excited. Jason Aaron picking up Turtles is probably going to get us to read a Turtle comic, because I'm a big fan of his writing.
So I've noticed on this, they've included the yellow, which is obviously Jenica.
Yeah.
So they've got the right stuff. So when it ends at 150, is it going to go on to the legacy, like 151, or is it going to go 1 and it's going to continue?
So it's 1. So it's starting number 1, yeah. But it's not a relaunch. Sorry, it is a relaunch. It's not a restart. It's not starting from scratch again. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Hats off to you, Kevin. I recently went back and reread the whole IDW TMNT run. Tom's got the, I think it's the
hardbacks.
Hardbacks. They look wicked because they all come in different colours and stuff like that. I know it sounds weird. I love my Turtles, but I've never really engaged in reading a Turtles comic.
Yeah, me neither.
And I just, I can, and it's something that I've got loads of them upstairs, like old ones, and I'd love to read them. It's just, I find if it's past 25 issues, I'm gone. Do you know what I mean? Unless I'm picking up the trade paperbacks for all of them, I can't invest.
Even to be honest, Last Ronin, which by the way has just been kind of announced as being a live action movie.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, even Last Ronin, to be honest, it's an all right read, but it's not the end of the world kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's just okay. I think you're absolutely right. I love the idea and the concept of Turtles, but I couldn't say I'm a massive fan of reading the books.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Same as friggin' Space Rabbits, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I can't be asked from that.
Space Rabbits, no. But yeah, TMNT 150. Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Jason Aaron run.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be quality. Andy.
Yeah, I went for. So I think I've mentioned this in one of the FOC's shows. So this is Blowaway issue number 1. Zach Thompson is doing writing duties, and Nicola Izo is on artwork, and this is through Boom Studios. So the synopsis is kind of reads. It's quite a lengthy one, so bear with me. Unyielding wildlife photographer Brian Brotigan, isolated in the remote cold of Baffin Island, sees something she can't unsee. An argument followed by an outburst of intense violence between two nearby climbers. Did she just witness a murder? A murder. In a frantic search for the truth, Brienne discovers just what she's looking for, but little does she know that there's more than the silent white of winter is keeping her company. So it sounds quite intriguing, sort of murder mystery type situation going there. Boom Studios, issue number 1. I thought, you know what, I'll give it a read and see if it's any good.
Yeah, I'll give that a go.
I think I'd look forward to reading this. I kind of noticed it a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, this looks interesting. And because you picked it as well, I'm definitely going to give it a read. So, yeah, boy.
So if it's crap, it's my fault.
Yeah, I'll take back what I said, saying I was looking forward to reading it, and I'm going to blame you.
Sounds fair.
There we go. The Displaced. There we go. It turns out literally being forgotten has its advantages when committing crimes. Not all of the displaced are happy with such an ethical, questionable life, but finding an alternative path with limited skills in their remaining population will be more difficult than they can ever imagine. This is another one that the lovely Andy picked. This is another one that I've thoroughly. It's that googly bollock bird. It's flown down again. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Issue 2 was great. Issue 1, it ended on a cliffhanger. Issue 2 was pretty much the same. Ed Brisson's killing it. Another one from Boom Studios. I think Boom Studios should stick to doing stories like this. I don't think they need to start doing anything out of their comfort zone. I've left Image on there. I'm just confusing the whole population right about now. But it's Boom Image Studios. There we go. But yeah, did I put Boom Studios on the other one? I did, didn't I? There we go. I should have just carried it over. But yeah, Boom Studios, I'm looking forward to this. Andy, I know you've liked this. Have you still been reading it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The first 2 issues were great. It really surprised me because it doesn't feel as if it's got the buzz that it probably deserves. And I would say that's probably down to the fact that there's so many good comics out at the minute. But this is one that I really, really enjoy. I love the writing. I love the pace of it. And I think I said in issue 1 when we reviewed it, it's just set up for a TV show.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's kind of got like X-Files type of vibes on it. So yeah, looking forward to reading this one. Pete, have you read this?
No, not yet. It's on my list. To try and catch up on this. But yeah, it looks interesting. So it's a one that I do want to go back and read.
Yeah, definitely. And it's Boom Studios, not Image. I do apologise. Kill Your Darlings. It's just a strong week coming out next week. I tell you, Kill Your Darlings, issue number 8. This is the series finale. The gruesome saga of Rose and the Girl Who Wouldn't Burn comes to its thrilling conclusion in this epic double-length final issue of Kill Your Darlings. I'm just absolutely loving this. Really, really enjoyed it. I'm good. Do you know what? I think when it was issue 3 and 4, I think Griffin Sheridan was in the chat and he kind of mentioned that he'd love to come on and talk about it. I think we just reach out to Ethan and Griffin and just see if they want to come on, because I know that he said this is going to be continuing. So I'm looking forward to it. I only recently caught up with issue 6 and 7, and it's great. It's really, really great. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and it's another one that's just. This is kind of a like a cross between Uncanny Valley, which came out.
I've not read that yet.
Yesterday. You've got like something epic. It's I Hate Fairyland. Somebody's killing the children. It's like an amalgamation of all these things, and it's turned into Kill Your Darlings, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Absolutely love it. So looking forward to this one.
I dropped off this one, I think, after issue 5. I didn't find this one as engaging as you guys did. It didn't hook me in, so I'm planning once this is finished is to just get the trade and try and consume it all again, because again, I might have read some of those issues when it was bad day at work or bad week or whatever, but it just didn't engage me as much as it did you guys.
We struck again. Right, you sold me. I've ordered the rest of Something Epic. We're here to help. Just
hashtag influencing.
Don't tell Miss Von Hoot. Just don't tell her. It's fine. There we go. So Kill Your Darlings, Bob Quinn, Joe J. Hill, Ethan S. Parker, and Griffin Sheridan. Now, here we go. I thought you two might enjoy this. This is Wicked Tales.
Blood Moon Comics, isn't it?
The synopsis It's a bit long-winded, so as Andy said, bear with me. Wicked Tales 1 marks the debut of independent creators Christoph Rodriguez and artist Giuseppe Dell'Ella and their imprint Watch Out Studio, presenting 3 tales of terror on which talks about the inevitability of fulfilling certain demonic contracts, how an obscure jazz trumpeter set his mysterious latest performance, and witnessing a gambler with some magical help pushes his luck too far, plus a flash fiction. In the same vein as Tales of the Crypt, the tandem of reuniting this in a small anthology with a bit of intriguing and a bit of horror in equal doses revolving around the world of the supernatural. If you go on previews, I think it's previews, you can kind of see the first 2 or 3 pages of this. It reminds me of Silver Coin.
Oh, I used to like that.
For me, Silver Coin, I can't remember where it ended. I kind of feel it just stopped.
It did. Yeah, it was bizarre. I don't know if they just weren't getting the sales or what, but it didn't kind of conclude.
Mm-hmm.
It can never conclude, really, can it?
That's what I was thinking. That was kind of the
Yeah.
beauty of it, that it could stop at any point
Yeah.
and restart at any point. So
I'm not quite sure why it ended.
Yeah.
can we get like the like on the press list for Blood Moon Comics, because I think we mentioned them enough to be able to.
Yeah.
100%. I think we're the only ones that mention them, if I'm honest.
Let's have a Blood
because
Moon
wasn't
Comics
Humbubba
segment.
and some other.
Let's do that.
other
I
lover
also
on there.
think
They was on
we
there, wasn't
should
it? I swear it
should
was.
for a thumbnail.
So
we should-
yes, we've got Wicked Tales, right?
I also think for a thumbnail, Charlie, we should use our faces and recreate that cover.
Why not?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could have your mouth, and then Andy, and then me in the middle. Don't think that would look cool?
Yeah. Why not? We try it. We can try that at Thought Bubble.
Peter needs to get out more, doesn't he?
I think so.
This
But-
sounds interesting. I'm not going to lie. I like the cover.
There we go. Horror anthology. Gonna be a winner. Love some jazz trumpets. There we go. Isn't that your nickname, Fuzzy? Jazz trumpets. Right, staying on the horror theme, we've got The Loop issue number 1 from Scout Comics. This is a gripping tale of terror and survival in the aftermath of tragedy. Becky, hiding amidst the horror of a school shooting, fights for her life as friends fall around her. Ellie, a survivor haunted by relentless visions, sees the dead bodies accumulating in the school's dark corridors. In this stark and poignant narrative, The Loop explores the harrowing impact of violence on the living and the dead. Ooh, that's a bit.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, I love a good horror comic, but that's a little bit too uncomfortable for me, I think, to enjoy reading. If that makes sense. I'm sure it's a great book, but yeah, I don't know how I would feel about reading that.
Andy?
Do you know what? I'd give it a go. Like I'm intrigued enough to give it a go. It's like there was a few comics that I read. Department of Truth comics. I think it was issue number 3 that was just completely too close to the bone for me, and I gave up on it. But I'll see what it's got to offer. I think the artwork will determine a lot whether or not I drink this one in.
That's what kind of drew me in. This cover was I was kind of interested in it, and then when I kind of read the synopsis, I was like, that's a bit like that's a stark reality of the massive problem in America. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, do I really want to partake in that? But Scout Comics, when they do put stuff like this out, it's always a good read. To be fair, like Scout Comics are pretty good. I mean, see what it is. I mean, The Loop is quite telling. Is it just going to keep going over and over and over? Do you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something involved in that. So, but who knows? Who knows? And it's written by El Torres. I don't really know much about him. Don't really know much about Rubik Gill. So, who knows?
Maybe it's like The Loop. She keeps remembering that.
There we go. Von Hoot looks like he's ready for this. Depressing as fuck. And if I say a laugh a minute, this one, please, Jesus. Yes, very, very much. But moving on, Elvira meets H.P. Lovecraft. When issue 1 come out, I was like, I think we mentioned it on FOC, and I think there were some amazing covers, which really piqued my interest. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to give it a go. Thoroughly enjoyed it. This is just, it's awesome. It's like a cross between Monsters, Addams Family, Tales of the Crypt, all that good stuff that they used to show on Bravo starting from 10 o'clock on a Friday night. I love it. I think this is great. Has anyone been reading this? Pete, you've probably been reading
I've read the first issue. I haven't caught up with issue 2 yet. I kind of, the last few series of this, each one's kind of focused on something I know. So like Monster Island or the vampires or the horror and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because of my lack of intelligence or if he's not as big over in the good old UK. But H.P. Lovecraft, I'm pretty naive to his cultural importance. But I know in America that, you know, he's a big thing. So I don't know. I read the first issue. I enjoyed the first issue. I didn't really get the Lovecraft elements of it, but it was still a fun read. So yeah, I'll definitely be reading this. I'll definitely be reading on.
Andy?
Not for me.
No? Okay. Fair enough. Enough said. Moving on. There we go. Anyone in the chat reading this? There we go. Look, is this an anthology? There we go. Alvira, what a delight. Fourth wall breaking is her gift.
Yeah.
What about there we go. Interesting. Isn't he the big mystical octopus fella?
I think he is. Yeah, I think he is, mate. Yeah. But I think this book alludes, and again, Charlie, if you read the first issue, you'll know what I mean. This book, there's a lot of comments from Elvira about Lovecraft's dodgy past and the things he's done in his past and his beliefs on things. Well, I don't know enough about him to know what any of that really means. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I didn't know that I had to. I don't think you need to know about H.P. Lovecraft, but I think he's an interesting character.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Dynamite, and I'm even less so now with Thunder Twats. But yeah, I think this is the. Did I say Thunder Twats? I meant Thundercats. I meant sorry. I'm so sorry, DreamWorks. I'm so sorry. Not fucking draw better. Sorry, I went on a rant and I read issue number 3 and it just doesn't get
I've not
better.
read it yet.
Don't even bother. Do not even bother. I'll send you some of my 5-year-old Drew and you'll be able to see the reference. But anyway, I haven't been a massive fan of Dynamite comics, but Elvira is quite interesting. Like it is interesting. It's pretty, not going to win any awards, but it's great. And Elvira is absolutely luscious and lovely. So why wouldn't you want to read it? Yes, there's some good artistic covers out there. So yes, H.P. Lovecraft, get on that. Now, killer trades and hardcovers. Again, this is for next week, April 17th. We've got 3 delectable trade backs and hardbacks for you to jump into. First,
I went for Batman The White Knight Presents Generation Joker, written by Sean Murphy and Katana Collins, and Mirka Andolfo done the artwork for this. Now, I didn't read any. This is the first arc that I didn't buy any of the issues and I haven't read it. And this is the main reason why I'm going to pick it up. Because again, it just consume it all at one time. Because I love the White Knight universe, or Batverse as it were, the Sean Murphy verse. And I think I'll enjoy this one. Have any of you guys read this, or anybody in the chat read it? Is it worth a go? Do you need to have read all the other arcs before you can get into this one?
I mean,
I've not read it.
It follows on from the last Batman White Knight thing, because you kind of learn, you kind of find out about Harley Quinn's kids a bit more before it goes into this. This tells the story a lot more about Harley Quinn's kids and her relationship with Batman and their relationship with, like, I love it. I think it's really great. I think they could have done more with it. I don't really think the Joker's daughter is a standalone character. I know Sean Murphy and his wife Katana Collins have jumped on this and they're doing a good job of it. Mirka Andolfo's doing the internal art and stuff. It is good, but this for me was the weakest edition of Sean Murphy's Batman universe. Okay. If that makes sense. I just don't think we know enough about these children for them to be like standalone characters for them. And it just seemed every time this came out every week, it was a push for me to read, and I haven't felt that with the previous White Knight Presents. It's good artwork as always. It's good like storytelling. It's good writing. But for me, it's just not as strong. I'm still going to pick it up because I've got the rest of them. But it was the weakest out of the previous 3.
And this is a hardcover edition as well, so you'll get 160 pages for about 25 quid. So if you've already bought the hardcovers of the previous ones, then you're going to obviously pick this one up. I think I actually picked up issue number 1, didn't read it, and then gave it away to someone. So.
Kevin has said, I've got this on my reading list. I mean, it's Generation Joker. It's going to be quite good. I mean, it'd be interesting to see if this follows on, if there's more to do from this, but who knows? I do like the little the dolls on the front cover. That's pretty cool though. Staying on DC, I've gone for Naomi season 2 now. The only reason I've gone with this is that one of the first trade paperbacks my kid read, one of my oldest boy read was Naomi. He really enjoyed it, and bless him, he was chomping at the bit for season 2 to come out. And the season 1 came out in 2021. So this has taken a while, because I think between season 1 and season 2 coming out, they released a TV show. TV show didn't really do that well. And this is, she's now joined the Justice League, so all that stuff's coming apart. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's kind of like, what was that? It was Naomi that came out, that the covers went mental for it. I went through the roof and stuff like that. And it was that. I never kind of really jumped on that. Jumped on the trade paperback, enjoyed it. Going to be picking this up, not for me, for my little boy to read. I'll give it a read. But yeah, it's just another superhero comic, isn't it?
I know nothing about this character. This one's kind of and I was aware of her a couple of years back, whatever, but it totally bypassed me. Is she an Atlantean or something? Has she got sea-based powers? Or?
No, so she's just a normal human. From what I can remember, she's just a normal human. She's joined the Justice League. I'm looking forward to season 2 though, because we get to see the Justice League. We get to see like Superman and stuff. Who Superman is the one that she looks up to. So from my understanding, at the beginning, she witnesses Superman fighting a villain and saves him, and then she finds out that she's got powers of some sort, and she was adopted and her parents saved her and stuff like that. I can't really remember, but it was it was. I like the 52 Naomi, so yes, I'll be reading that. Andy probably won't be reading this.
No, I'll definitely give it a read. I didn't read any of the second arc. I remember the first few issues.
Yeah.
And again, Naomi was a character who absolutely exploded. And I don't know what it is. It just kind of puts me off when there's a whole huge buzz and you can't pick up the first issue.
Yeah, that's it.
You spend huge amounts of money on it. So I think that's what sort of drifted me off. But the TV series was okay. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I picked up all the second issues, like the second prints, and they're just as good, to be fair. Like I thought they were great. Like Wonder Comics has obviously got its own little thing within DC, but no, it wasn't Naomi from another universe. Again, I could be wrong. I can't remember it. I first read it in 2021. So if anyone knows anything else, drop it in the chat. And then up next,
yeah, well, I mean, I took the nick out of
segment.
So I took the nick out of this a little while ago when we were talking about Daniel Warren Johnson. This is some of his earlier work. This is the Jurassic League with artwork by John. I can't say that.
Juan Guedon.
Yeah. Story by Daniel Warren Johnson. Now, I'm a big Daniel Warren Johnson fan. I've not read anything by him that I haven't enjoyed. So this, for me,
it's just batshit crazy, mate.
It looks awful. Yeah, this cover looks friggin' awful. It really does. I mean, what's going on with what is Superman? Is Superman a dolphin? Is that what's happening there? Or something?
Shark? Is he a shark or is he?
I don't know. But that said, I've had people tell us that this is really good. It's a good story. It's a fun read, and they're making an animated movie out of this. So. Yeah, so I thought I'd give it a shot. You know, it's a contained story, which is always good. What's the worst that can happen?
It's Daniel Warren Johnson at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think I read the first 2 issues of this and was like, "What the fuck am I reading? Like, what is this? Do we need the Justice League as dinosaurs?" But it was that so far removed from normality. I was like, "Yeah, we probably do."
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to pick this up. As crazy as I'm probably going to pick this up and try and palm it off as a purchase for my little boy who loves dinosaurs.
Andy's not convinced. I can tell Andy's not convinced.
Listen, it would be hard push for me to pick up a Justice League comic. Never mind picking up a Jurassic League one. No, again, it's just not my bag. It's something like I find a lot of people who love Daniel's stuff are going back and picking up his past stuff and picking up this. Like Wonder Woman, is it Dead Elf?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Best Wonder Woman comic I've probably ever read, apart from some of Brian Boland's stuff that he'd done the artwork for. But yeah, this I don't know. No, guys, let me know what it's like though, please.
Well, apparently Deadman has said the Jurassic League was just funny. Hope there's no other though. There we go. I think a lot of people were saying that. But I think Daniel Warren Johnson's writing talents. I thought it was. I think it's Daniel Warren Johnson that's done the cover for this. Yeah. But I think it's Juan Guedon that's done the thingy for this.
Superman's in it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think DW they didn't have much unveil. Do we need the Justice League as dinosaurs? Abso-flipping I can't even fucking say that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, there we go. Talking about James and Slab Crusaders, there we go. The final
nice.
top three.
Perfect segue.
Talk about a perfect segue. This is obviously FOC. The man is in the chat. The man that has created Slab Crusaders and absolutely fulfills all our comic needs, all our Slab Crusaders needs, every need. The cut-off for this is 9 o'clock on a Sunday. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Up first, I've gone for Grimm issue number 17. This is cover B by Scarlet Patridge. I'm absolutely loving this. 17 issues in. I'm still really, really enjoying it. Who doesn't like a story about death? I do. Absolutely. Are you reading it, guys?
I've got two of the first trade paperbacks, but I've not read them yet.
Andy, haven't read it?
Read a couple of issues, I think, as part of doing the review and the show, but apart from that, no.
I've heard good things about it. My pal Efren loves it. He says it's a great story.
Well, I mean, I got a quite one or two issues. I got them slabbed, which was quite nice. It was the 401, but yeah, it's really enjoyable. Like, it's Boom Studios doing what they do best. I think they need to, as I said to it earlier in the show, they need to stick to doing what they're good at. Like, don't deviate from the path. Just stick to the yellow brick road, continue it, and then we'll end up with comics like Grimm. But yeah, Phillips, Flaviano, and Benzi. This is out on week 19th, which is May 8th. Talking about Punchline, there we go. Cover B, George Jimenez, Batman 147. I'll just pick this because it's Batman. I'm still reading for the life of me. I don't know why. I'm still reading Batman. Chip Zdarsky, is this his best work? No. Is it his best Batman run? No. Am I enjoying it? Yes. It's really weird. Punchline, she's back. She's got a bone to pick with the Joker. Looking forward to reading it. Is anyone else reading Batman? Probably not.
I think I dropped off Batman at 125, maybe.
Yeah, I think that was just after the Joker War, wasn't it? Which was 118. I think. Yeah. But yeah, it's Batman. I quite like this cover. I'll probably pick it up. Why not? There we go. I picked this for all the Scotty Young lovers out there. Helverine issue number 1. Scotty. I hate it when they bloody spell check his name and they put a C instead of a K. Annoys me that. But yeah, Scotty Young variant cover. Obviously, Scotty Young, massive push at the moment on the Scotty Young bundle that you can buy over on Slab Crusaders. I'm sure you guys will be picking this up, won't you?
I ordered it today.
Yeah. Very cool. And I quite like the character of Helverine as well. If it's following on from the limited series a little while ago, it was quite an interesting little character, that. So yeah, it was cool.
Jesus bloody Christ, I've just got to show this comment from Deadman. I'm just buying Batman to keep up my unbroken run going from 1969.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ, bloody hell. Had to be done, but this cover is so close to the... Oh, do you know what? It is very, very close to the Ghost Rider. He only done that a couple of weeks ago as well, or a couple of months ago. Deadman, wow. Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ, that is a bloody... Yes. Very, very much. I don't get Scotty Young, but that's why there's variants. And Connie Dalton, good evening, darling. Thank you very much for joining. Not to be controversial, but I don't get Scotty Young hype. His art is fun, sure, but I don't get it.
I'm with Connie.
So the way that Deadman's collected Batman since 1969, that's the way I feel about Scotty Young covers, is that I don't necessarily have any plan to read the book, but I just pick up his covers, and I have done since... 2006 or 7.
Wow.
And for me, it's more of an investment thing, because I know that they'll always return the money that I paid for them. And I know James Breen, who is in the chat, he gets at least 2 or 3 of every issue of Scotty Young covers just for investment. So
yeah, definitely. And there we go. Absolutely love Scotty Young stuff. Not the ones with the conversations on them. Yeah, they're kind of like panels, like when it was like the Fantastic Four talking to like X-Men and stuff. Yeah, not really a fan of that. Peter,
pure cover by. What'd you say? Sorry.
Did I not pick this one?
No, I picked this one, didn't I?
I don't know. I apologise. Either way, it's on the show, and you've both got good taste.
I'm claiming it because I'm pretty sure I picked this one. This is Doom, just an astounding cover.
Stop the press. It was Andy that picked it. I've got the proof right there. It is Andy Perpetual. There you go. Andy Perpetual. There you go.
Bollocks.
Sorry.
Shit. I hate it. It's crap cover.
It's fine, Peter. You go ahead. No, what were you going to say, Pierre? Go ahead.
No, you're right, mate. I was just gonna say purely cover by for me. I think this is a stunning image of Doom. I love Doom anyway, so yeah, I think this looks awesome.
I love a bit of Adi Granoff Doom. I think this will probably come out as like a one in, maybe James can tell us, is like a 1 in 100 Virgin variant of this. It kind of gives me vibes of between James Tyler Christopher and a little bit of sort of Bill Sienkiewicz, the famous Doom cover that he did. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. For me, I picked this for a cover pick as well as been interested in the story because Doom is one of my favourite characters. So it says in the synopsis here it's Jonathan Hickman and Sanford Green. So obviously Ultimate Spider-Man for Jonathan and Sanford Green done Bitter Root. Send Doctor Doom on a journey unlike any he has undertaken before. With Valerie Richards at his side, Doom goes on a quest to harness more power than any human has ever wielded before in order to try and stop Galactus from bringing about the death of the universe.
Wow.
I'm all in.
I think this sounds great. Can't wait for this, but can I just be a miserable old git?
Of course you can.
Do you know what's really bothering us about that cover? Because I love the image and I think it'll be stunning as a virgin, but Doom's off centre, isn't it? The title's off centre, and it's irritating us a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just being miserable, but yeah, I think this looks stunning. Again, because I'm a shill, I'd love a foil version of this with the silver of his armour kind of metallic. That would be cool.
Yeah. So 1 in 100 then for the Virgin. Okay. I'm just wondering, did they even have to put Doom on that for us to know?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't. I don't think you do. I'll do it all bats and D-Tech, and I'll win the lottery. I'll tell you what, Dead Man's comment is really getting some feedback. I think for the next show, Dead Man, if you can, I'd like you to pull out every single issue,
sure,
lay him on the floor and just show. Just spend a week taking a picture of every single one of them. That'd be great. That's
just line the carpet and cover yourself with all your collection,
or make yourself a cape. There we go. But yeah, so that's Doom. This was Andy's pick.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
It's like Von Hoot knew. There we go.
Yeah. Venom. It's not Venom. Energon Universe #1.
Do apologise. Sorry.
It's all right. This is the... So, again, if James is in the chat, James can maybe explain it to us. This is the version you can buy. But I think this is a reprint of the free comic book day version that's coming out. Because I've seen this, I'm sure, for free comic book day. Anyway, again, this is kind of talking about the next series, as it were, in the Energon universe. But this cover for me is just outstanding. I think that's probably one of the, because I love the old Ion Axe and all the rest of it. This is for me one of the best covers we've seen on Transformers so far. I absolutely love it. So I'm petrified because the free comic book day one, I never get what I want. Because my Forbidden Planet's crap. Don't know what yours is like. You don't pick what comics you want. They just give you a dodgy bag full of shit. So I know I'll not get this. So I'll buy this instead, I think.
Yeah, so this is, I believe, the same. Yeah. So yeah, this is 3 extra stories. Von Hooter said, I know someone who has free comic book day already, and I hear it's going to be a big deal. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so definitely pick this up. This isn't Venom, it's the Energon Universe issue #1. Looking forward to that. There we go. I'm going to shout about it again. It's a Scotty Young Big Marvel bundle. This is one of the cheapest prices you will find it on the internet. By about £10 to £15. There's various other comic shops out there. So James, massive kudos for you for kind of doing this. All 27 comics and the poster, raw stacked £82, raw shipped $89.99, and then CGC bundle 9.8. I know all the Scotty Young crazy people out there, if you've got a spare £1,000, why don't you go and spend it on this? Because trying to get 27 comics at a 9.8 is going to be hugely unsuccessful if you try and do it yourself. And doing it through Slab Crusaders is probably your best bet. And I'd love to be able to do it because I think they would look absolutely phenomenal. Just to walk into a wall where you've got 27 Scotty Young 9.8s would be absolutely awesome. But the poster alone is just wicked. It's just awesome. I think it's awesome.
Do you not think it's interesting though that since James released the bundle after we had the discussion, that all the sort of retailers are coming out with this option to pick up, and I haven't seen a retailer that is cheaper. So
I think, I mean, as we said before, not necessarily for me, but I think I can certainly appreciate that poster. I think it's lush. And I think, like you've said, the price point is stunning. What I would say, though, if someone wants a bit of money, I know £1,000 seems a lot of money for an initial outlay, but all of those 9.8s, you cannot not make your money back plus a hell of a lot if you're wanting to try and ship and sell some of them on, you know?
Yeah.
Because some of those are going to be big sellers, aren't they?
Massive.
Normally with Scotty Works stuff, you know, there'll be one or two of those, if not more, that people just go crazy for.
Yeah, no, I definitely think, and it's an auction price as well. Like, let's be honest. So yes, my eyes. Moving swiftly on. This is April 10th. This was New Comic Book yesterday. My eyes are in pain. Up first, before we do that, let's just head over before Peter goes into one. Let's go over to the chat. Let's go over to the vote. In last place is me with 10%. In second place with 29% is Peter, and then in first place, absolutely running away with it, and well deservedly so, is Andy with 62% of the votes.
Wow.
I'm so sorry, Peter. Take it away. No, take it away from me. Take it away from me. Get it away from me.
I don't want to upset anybody because, you know, it's no bullshit. This is crap. I mean, this is just this is my problem with Thundercats for me. Do you know what? From the waist up, I'd argue that's pretty good, but it's the legs. I just don't know what he's. I don't know. This just upsets me on so many ways because of the disappointment I've got with this particular book. For some, that might be a great rendition of Panthro, but for me, it just epitomizes everything that I hate about this particular run of the comic, which is, and it is hate now. It started off quite positive, but now I'm starting to really be physically upset about this Thundercats run, sadly.
There we go. This is particularly shit. They've taken the best, hardest cartoon character ever and cut his calves in half. Do you know what? As soon as I see this, I instantly thought of Pennywise the Clown dancing.
Yeah, that's
dance.
It's just
fucking shit.
It's like he's wearing dungarees, isn't it? It's like dungarees he's got on. He's just.
Yeah, I was really, really looking forward to this from issue number 1. It's fell flat all the way through. Even some of the covers now that they're pushing out ain't great. There's one of them where he looks absolutely ridiculous. He's huge on it. It's just, yeah, there we go. Looks like Daffy Duck feet. There we go. I think that sums it up pretty nicely.
Yeah,
the title looks really nicely done on this one.
It does.
It does.
It looks as if you take the badge in the middle and you just draw a line straight up the middle, it's a carbon copy on each side. There's nothing different.
Yeah. No, it's not at all.
What like is it the biggest disappointment in 2024 so far, Thundercats?
For me, I think it is. From the books I've read, I think, and I think, you know, I still keep coming back to, I need you guys to kind of keep me measured because Thundercats is my favourite, so I might not be objective. Do you know what I mean? It's certainly on the back of Transformers, G.I. Joe, you know, Duke, all that kind of stuff, which has just been amazing. Even the weakest of it has been good, you know, if not brilliant. I had such high hopes for this, and it just feels like such a letdown. Not just the art either, to be fair. I think the story's just not doing it for us either.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think if you take away the Transformers hype and everything that's came before, I think I'd still be disappointed with this.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be the biggest Thundercats fan in the world, but I was looking forward to getting this.
Yeah.
But just the way that we said about Geiger, it sort of intrigued us to go back and get the first arc. This doesn't do anything for me to go and look back at the original stuff.
Yeah. I think that people are saying the same thing. Like Chris has said, I'm too stubborn to unsubscribe, but I should do Thundercats' turd. It is. I can't take my eyes off this cover now because other than dropping the badge on his belt, everything is exactly the same.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. It's just
and he's changed the colour of his nunchucks.
And that's it. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Absolute shit.
Do you know what happened to John Romita Jr.? What he was a good artist at one point, wasn't he? I mean, he did some decent stuff. For me, it's just Hallows Eve is a character I really, really like. I think our power set is really interesting. I've been enjoying reading it. I've read this book. It's actually not bad. But the cover artwork's just crap, particularly on Hallows Eve. I just don't know what's going on with her face, her weird hands. Where are her shoulders? What's going on with the... Is she like a hunchback in this or something? I don't know what's happening with her. It's just awful. Just awful.
Who's the amazing Spid Man?
Chasm.
Chasm.
No, Spid Man. Look at the title. Spid Man.
I was looking at mine and I was like, the amazing... No, I've done it right. The amazing Spid Man. It's just... Like, come on. This is like... It's what... It's just... I don't...
But the thing is, he's not doing the internal art, okay? So these covers are supposed to sell the book. This is supposed to be what people are drawn into. I just don't think John Romita Jr. does that for me personally anymore. I think his cover work is pretty poor. Just not.
Chris has said, no, I don't think this is terrible. There seems to be a bit of a star thing going on where a lot of stuff looks like this one to me. Kevin has a theory. His dad used to draw for him.
Really? Yeah.
Peter, the comic vet, said this cover wasn't that bad for him.
Yeah.
I think it's very like, look at Hallows Eve. She just looks like it's shocking.
I picked all of these.
This is your section of the show, mate.
Yeah. This is a great series. Actually, I'm actually enjoying reading Power Rangers, which makes us a little bit sick in my mouth because I never thought I would be a Power Rangers person. But the book itself is very good. This cover just gives me a migraine looking at it. It's and again, like we always say, art is subjective, I believe. So some people will love this style. It's just not for me. The kind of the colour palette, it's a bit kind of psychedelic, bit kind of, it doesn't make me want to pick this book up and read it. In fact, I don't really know what the hell's going on in it. So yeah, just a one for me that I didn't enjoy looking at.
Yeah, going back to the Spid Man, Brian has said John Romita Jr.'s work is very inconsistent.
Yeah.
It has been, and I think Luke said this is likely a rush job now. I just don't think they get enough time to do the work anymore.
I don't know if you could give that as a fair excuse for somebody like him, and it's just you expect more, I guess.
This for me, it's just there's too much going on. Like I literally looked at it and was like, I don't even want to read this. I've got no interest in it. There's far too much going on. It's just I don't even know if it's a good cover. I wouldn't even want to pick this up and just think, let me have a look. Like
I think that's my problem with it. My main problem with it is, again, like I say, for me, it might not be for everybody, but it was a struggle for me to pick up a Power Rangers book. Mm-hmm. It had to really pull us in. If this was issue 1, I would have just passed this by straight away. I wouldn't have even opened the book up because it's just not for me.
Yeah, I could drop a tab and on this for hours. There we go. Oh, there we go, Andy. What is this?
I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. She seems such a sweet, innocent lady who is capable of producing fantastic covers and fantastic artwork, full stop. And every so often, there'll be something like this. And again, what Peter says, art is subjective and all that good stuff. But I'm trying to look at the redeeming qualities of this, and I just can't find any. And I think it matches up to the content that's in the book, as far as I'm led to believe. I've not read it, but I know there's lots of Peach Momoko fans out there, and I think it's a little bit like a Scotty Young type thing, where you either like it or you don't. But for me, I just don't like this at all. I think it's really, really poor.
It just looks like an alien to me, like the neck's too long, the head.
So Charlie, you're saying that. I was literally in my head going through. Have you heard of the Greys in terms of aliens? Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Paint that white and it's a grey. It's weird.
Yeah. It's just I lose concept. I just don't know what these artists are doing anymore. Are they told to do it like this to gain interest or something. I know it's Peach Momoko's work, but a lot of her work is like this. And Chris Bell said the same thing. This is 50% of Momoko's work now. Yeah. Like it's literally.
This is a remark. This is what you would expect if you went to Dr. and got a remark for 50 quid.
Yeah.
This is kind of what you would expect. You go, oh, this is great, but not for. No.
It's just.
Yeah, have you read
Spider-Man? There we go.
Have you read Ultimate X-Men 2 yet?
No.
It's just not for this. It's written by Peach and art by Peach. It's just not for me. There's an entire page of her in a shop buying eggs. Yeah. It's like I don't understand what's happening. Do you know what I mean? It's not for me. I'm afraid.
She is on too many covers. James, how do these sell on your site? Like, is there like a niche for Peach Momoko? Because I'm being honest, I can't really see it. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously, like there's thousands of comic book collectors out there, but I just can't see it. And I know us three aren't really keen on her. Like, I think I own 2 Peach Momoko books. There we go. Shite. See what I mean? It's absolute shite. A bit like this
but
cover.
some of our stuff is really, really good. Some of our earlier stuff in particular. I don't know if she's just now, like Andy said, she's doing that much. She's just putting less time and effort into it, perhaps, and she's banging out cack, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Most weeks, 0 orders. Jesus.
Is he anything to do with super? Oh, Jesus, no. In fact, it doesn't matter what I was going to say. Move on.
No, go on, say it.
I was just going to say. God,
okay, go on. Okay.
Monkey!
What the absolute fuck is this? Now, this is obviously the April. It's a fucking April Fool's. It's only this is a comedic issue. This is the Ultra Humanite cards. This is just shit.
Guys, I love this.
Oh, mate, come on. Are you really?
I love Maria Wolf's artwork. I think it's fantastic, and I think this is great. I do. I might be the only one in the room, but I think this is great.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
How is he holding the banana?
Respectfully.
Where's the fingers? Where's the... I'm trying to...
Yeah.
The thumb is holding it with his forefinger.
No, but
Thumb's
how?
behind the banana.
No, but that finger that he's holding on top of the banana looks like it's coming from where the thumb should be.
You do it, Peter. Get your left hand in as if you've got the banana.
Get your banana out. Get your banana out. Get your Willawacka-Goo-Goo out, or whatever you're calling it. There we go. Does this one smell of bananas? I don't know. You're the comic book owner. You're the comic shop owner. You tell me. This is horrendous. That Peach isn't one for me. I'd still say she was a million miles better than Jade Jr. Garbage, though. This, for me, is just absolute shit. I just looked at it and was like, what the fuck is this? This is horrendous.
Does this not give you Daniel Warren Johnson vibes?
Absolutely not. No, it hurts my head. I don't know.
Guys, what do you think in the chat? Like, am I alone? Like, I normally am.
It's big hands or a small banana. I struggle with that one. I'm trying to come to terms with that as well. Is it a big hand or a small banana?
That's the question that often gets posed to Chris.
Yes. I like this one. It's loads of fun. You lot can fuck off. Get a stake of it.
Honestly, Von Hoot is, yeah.
I love your Von Hoot, really. I really do. I don't think this one should be in this segment.
There we go. Yes, come on.
I've had a shocker this week. I do apologise. Okay, I'll remove it, and I'll yeah. All right, fair enough. Just touching on Deadman, he's literally just sent me Batman covers. Batman covers.
Bloody
Batman
hell.
Batman covers.
Tonight's reading for you?
That is commitment. That is absolute commitment. So massive.
What app does he use for that, Terry? Let us know what app that is that you're
Ask
using.
him. Deadman.
Organised.
There we go. When do we get to bashing children's artwork?
We don't do that section anymore because we felt too guilty.
No.
I think actually this could be a cracking new site on James's website, couldn't it? You've got the killer comic pics, but then also have the shade covers. Do you know what I mean?
That'll help him sell some covers.
Yeah.
It'd just be full of Peach Momoko.
Yeah.
Sure it'd be full of. There we go. I think, have we got another one for this? I'm not actually sure. Let's see. No, we don't. This is now the sneak peek for next week, the Killer Comic Show. This is where we pick the 4 comics, and whether I get time or not to put them on YouTube, the community vote. We'll see. If not, it'll be one of us that just pick the 2 comics that we read. We've got Andy, your pick.
Same as my pick for the indie picks last week. I went for Rat City issue number 1. Haven't read it yet, but because it's part of the Spawn universe and I really like the synopsis, I thought we would put this and let the chat sit.
Boom.
I'm really interested in that one. I think that sounds cool.
I've gone for, was it me? No, I think I went for Beneath the Trees When Nobody Sees. I just want to pull this up because I've timed this perfectly right. I said I'd make this public to get the full wrath of YouTube, so here goes. Beneath the Trees 5 was as close to a filler issue as they have done. It will read much better in a trade. Von Hoot? No, I've got to agree with you.
I can see me and Von Hoot just sitting in that thought bubble in the Weatherspoon on our own. I've read Beneath the Trees. I'm not going to give my review yet and stuff like that, but there's aspects of Von Hoot's comment that I totally agree with. I do agree with. So more on that said next week if it gets chosen. Peter?
What
did you pick?
Wait.
I'm just shocked, absolutely shocked. Is it the word filler irritates the shit out of me. It's just part of the story. Do you know what I mean? It's every issue can't be a kind of a balls to the wall action.
He said it isn't bad. In fact, it's good, but he's not wrong.
Yeah. I would agree. It's certainly slower than the other issues, but I still think it forms part of a really, really interesting narrative.
Are you planning on having a certain writer on a certain channel at some point?
Yes, yeah, he's agreed to come on. Yeah, so he's gonna do a show with probably me and Efren, I think. So yeah, looking for. We've got Efren.
Invite Charlie?
I haven't sorted it out yet, so I haven't said no because I was going to do it. See, anyway, we'll talk afterwards. But I was going to see if he's want to do a dual stream thing.
Under pressure.
But he's going to be probably. When did he say? May, I think he said. So,
so he told me
finished
June,
by then.
He told me June, so he's playing the field.
Me first, yeah. So yeah, that should be good. Did I pick Transformers or did I pick Uncanny Valley? I don't know which one I picked. Transformers. Transformers, new arc. I've already read it. The artwork it'll be interesting to talk about. Because there was a big worry, wasn't there, that it was going to drop in quality and all the rest of it. So it'll be interesting to see if you guys think there is a big shift in quality.
Yeah. And I've gone, and I've read it as well, Pete, and I totally agree with you now. I've gone for Uncanny Valley issue number 1. I love this. I thought it was great. I think these 4 comics are really, really going to be enjoyable. I think it'll be a pretty close vote for next week. But yeah, those are the covers. I'll put them up shortly.
Happy to read all of them, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely. I've read 3 out of 4, so looking forward to read Rat City.
I've read 2 out of the 4.
Yes, there we go. So then, now where are we at now? Slide number 39. There we go. Slide number 39. Right, here we go. Let's close the vote. In last place is me with 10%. In second place is Pete with 29%. And with Andy running, absolutely sprinting ahead. It's the fastest I've ever seen Andy run. He's way ahead of the pack with 62%.
It's more of a wobble.
There we go. Andy, you've won it again. I'm not sure who won last week. I totally forgot. I think it was you again, wasn't it? It was Andy again. Yeah, so you are drawing 4 all.
Simon.
No, Andy's in the lead.
No, you're in the lead now with 5. You're in the lead now with 5. Yeah, he's got it back. There we go. Andy, congratulations, sir.
Thanks.
Massive shout out to John Jiang. So, what have we got next? Oh yeah, we can do a little bit of housekeeping where we talk about what we post on our channels and what we don't. Geek Eye Comics, check it out if you want. I haven't posted on there since 2022, God knows when. I think it was the last post I did, Pete, was the Harley Quinn 1 in 6 scale figure that you sent me. So
yeah.
I don't want to move on from that because that's the pièce de la résistance. So I don't want to move on from that. But yeah, you can check me out there. You can check me out on Twitter. You can find this lovely man beneath me. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Well, you can. That's full bubble, but you
very much a top. Very much a top. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll lead on from that because otherwise it sounds even worse.
Keep going, Peter, working with things.
I'm over on Instagram and on YouTube, and I'm live tomorrow night at 8 o'clock with Efren, where we're going to be looking at our top picks for I want to say June, whenever the next, I can't remember, whenever the next catalogue's out. So yeah, that'll be 8 o'clock over on my channel, and Saturday night live, and then Monday, I'm not sure what the live show is on Monday, but we'll be doing live then as well.
Nice. Andy?
You can find me at Instagram at perpetual.comics and on X at perpetual comics. You can also find us on Instagram, the Killer Comics Show, and on X, Killer Comic Show. And just a little request, if I can, guys. Anybody that's watching, anybody that watches the rewind, can you share the videos? Can you leave a comment? Anybody that leaves a comment, I will randomly pick someone, and I'll send them out some comics, just so we can get that algorithm tickled. Because we would like to try and see if we can get to 1,000 subscribers. That would be really, really cool. Things have been slow recently. I think it's yes to say. And obviously Charlie's putting all these slides together, we're coming on the show and stuff like that. It would just be nice to see the views and get the subscribers up, if at all possible. That would be beautiful.
Nice one, mate. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, it's great. We put together a good show every single week. So you know what, if you want to tickle the algorithm of the Liggy
Only if you want.
Only if you want. Right, so that's it. We are now time for the who's got the pickups. Who's got pickups? I know you two. I haven't got nothing. It's a slow week for me. You've got a few.
So
liar.
I don't have any pickups, guys.
Wow.
So I know.
No, I tell a lie. I do have a 1/6 scale spawn that is above me that I'm not moving. But if you want to see that, go on my Instagram and have a little
Right, so someone help us. So you know I'm old and stupid and I go on Whatnot and I buy shit and I don't know why. I bought these and I think because it was a pack, so you get free comic book days. And I think I must have bought it because there's a first appearance in one of them, but I don't know who and I don't know why.
There's a first appearance in the second comic.
Yeah, the second one.
That one?
Yeah, I believe.
Okay. Jesus, that's shit I wrote again. That's him again. That's John, isn't it? Look at that friggin' Venom. Anyway, so yeah, I bought
the shit art.
Shit art. I bought this. This will be going in my giveaway box. Don't know why I bought that.
That's wicked. That.
Campbell.
Yeah,
Jay's got
big
Campbell.
thick book.
I got you that thought bubble, didn't I, Charlie? Didn't I?
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
So, Campbell, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. J. Scott.
So yeah, J. Scott. This is sexy. I've got a copy of this already, but I picked this up as well. This is...
there we go. Judgment Day is the first appearance of Bloodline.
That's it, Bloodline. Yeah, Bloodline. Cheers, Blood.
Right,
yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Know who this is? First appearance of?
A new X-Men.
Kitty, I think.
Kitty Pryde?
I think it's Kitty Pryde, yeah.
Is there nothing to do with the Marauders as well, or did I make that up? Is that a different issue?
No, I don't think it's Marauders, don't know. Oh. Anyway, I think it's first appearance of Kitty. So yeah, nice.
Comics, everybody.
Remember last week I told you I bought that?
Yes.
The second copy. I bought that as well, look. Don't know why.
That's
so
awesome.
I've got 4 copies of this now, I think. So yeah, this will be going off.
Can I dive into your
boxes
and buy one off you?
No, I'm gonna say I can. I'm gonna send them all to be graded, mate, and then we'll sort out because I want to see which one comes back as a 9.8.
Fucking monster.
I'm a monster. Yeah, I'll send them out and I'll we'll sort something out. And then I bought this, and again, don't know why. This is signed by someone.
Interesting.
Rob and Riggs.
Is that the guy that sold it to you and whatnot?
That's a weird signature as well, isn't it?
Very, very weird.
That top one there. Look at that one.
What's his name? Cobin.
That.
Mate, that's a smudge.
Peter, what are you doing? What are you buying?
It's you! It's your fault!
Hold on, your wife's been away for a week and you've...
I lie, just fingers in ears for people who are maybe eating at the moment, but I lie in the bath on Whatnot, just swiping, and I don't know why.
Is that what you do on Tinder? Laying the bath swiping.
Well, I do that as well. Yeah. I play Sink the Battleship. So that's all of my pickups.
Oh, Christ.
Andy, so your Spawn figure is absolutely sensational. Absolutely gorgeous. Did you purchase that off Mr. Willie Wang?
I did. Willie Wang.
That's a real name for people in the chat. That is his real name, William Wang. Great guy.
No, I'd highly recommend if anybody's looking to get into the 1/6 side of things, This is like the second one that I've purchased in the last couple of weeks. And it's a lot more affordable than Hot Toys are.
Mhm.
And that Spawn that I got is absolutely superb. I've got the Joker behind me,
Yeah.
just about to see it there.
Is that Spawn?
and-
Is it So Toys? It's not, is it?
No, it's another third party. I can't remember.
Is it Empire Toys or something? I can't remember, but it's not so.
Can't remember, but the two of them are from two different companies, the Spawn and the Joker.
Yeah.
But I must say, but big up to Willy Wang, because it took a week to arrive from, I think it's Hong Kong it comes from, or maybe China.
Yeah.
And it arrived in perfect packaging with like corner protectors in the box and stuff like that. So I can't fault the service. Didn't pay any what do you call it, like
Customs
and things like that.
Yeah.
So if anybody's interested and they want a link to the Facebook group, let me know and we can add you on.
Just don't type it in Google. Don't type in Willy Wang into Google, because you might get kicked out. But yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy. So there we go. But yeah, awesome. That's another show done. Thank you to you two. Really needed that this week. Thanks for a fantastic show. Thanks to every single one in the chat that joins week in, week out for our madness and lack of comic knowledge and shit covers and bashing children's artwork and stuff. But that's what we do on the show. We love it. I enjoy spending time with you. Enjoy spending time with every single one of you. We will see you again next week. Thank you, guys. Love it.
And leave a comment, guys. Remember, leave a comment after the show. And
whatever the comment,
get some comics.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. It can be anything, yeah. Leave a like, leave a comment,
Share
share it with your folks, and thanks.
Go for it. Right. But awesome. And we shall see you over on Peter's stream tomorrow night, Sunday night, Monday night, Saturday night, Friday night. Anyway, he's on all the time. But guys, fantastic. Have a great weekend, and we shall see you next week. See you later.
Bye.
Good night, guys.